First off, you guys are not dummies. I know I titled this video Card Counting for Dummies, but that is not true. Since you're here, I think that's a pretty smart choice. Now, the first thing you need to know when it comes to card counting is that these 3 different sets of cards are worth different values. This is just all the spades that I took out of a normal deck of cards over here. All right, so this one's missing all the spades because I took them out. And the low cards, 2 through 6, one thing that you have to know is that the different value here, the 2 through 6, these are going to be worth +1. The neutral cards, 7, 8, and 9, the ones in the middle, are neutral. They're worth 0. Okay? And then the large cards, 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace, are going to be worth -1. So what do I mean by that? Well, if I were to mix these up, because I have 5 little ones, 5 big ones, and 3 that are worth 0, the 5 and 5 are going to cancel each other out. The 0 is still 0, and so this is what's called a balanced count. Okay, so if I start at 0, and I go up and down as I count through these, I should also end at 0. So what card counters can do is if the deck becomes rich in high cards, so there's more high cards than there are low cards, they are more likely to win. Okay, that's the reason why is a topic for another video, but that is true. You're here to learn to count. So let's do that. I'm going to take all these spades here. We're going to shuffle them up. Okay, we'll give a little riffle shuffle best we can. And since if I start at 0 and go through this whole thing, I should end at 0, I should be able to go through maybe 12 of them and know what the last card is going to be. All right, so just to prove it to you, I'll cut it one more time. And let's see if we can do it. You try to do it with me, all right? So remember, the little cards are worth +1, the medium cards are 0, and the big cards worth -1. So this is a medium card. That is worth 0. So we're going to keep a running count, see what you call it, as we go here. This is worth 0. So the running count is at 0. This is a big card worth -1. So 0 minus 1 is at -1 now. Maybe keep this as I go, going this way. Another 0, so we're still at -1. Another big card, so now we're at -2. That's another -1. Another big one, so -2 minus another one is now -3. There we go, there's a little one. So from -3 is where we were. This is a +1, so now we're going to move back to -2. Another big one, this is worth -1. So we were at -2, now we're at -3. Another small one, so that -3 moves back to -2. Another +1, so -2, -1 is where we are now. Another one, now we're back to 0, right? There's an equal amount of big and small out there currently. So we're at 0, back to -1, that's a big card. Now we're back to 0, and without even looking at this, I know this is going to be either a 7, 8, or 9, because since we're at 0 and I have to end at 0, it has to be one of those middle cards. And there you go, it is the 8, all right? So that is how you card count for dummies, you might say. And anyway, if you would like to see this done a little bit quicker, now that you know kind of the pace with this, I'm going to take a full deck in my next video, which I'll put right here. And in that video, if you click on it, let's see if you can follow along with a full deck. If you can't yet, maybe go back and watch what I did with this one and give it a few more practice tries.